It was a crisp spring morning in April 1981. The sun was just peeking over the horizon in Miami County, Ohio. A truck driver making his usual run down Greenlee Road spotted something lying in the ditch. It was the body of a young woman. She was dressed strangely for the weather, wearing a distinctive buckskin fringe jacket. This is how the mystery of the Buckskin girl began. Police arrived at the scene. They immediately knew this was no accident. The young woman had been brutally murdered. She had suffered blunt force trauma to the head and neck. The killer had also strangled her. Who was this young woman, and who could have done this to her? The victim was a white female, estimated to be between 18 and 25 years old. She had long, reddish-brown hair and was approximately 5 feet 6 inches tall. She wore jeans and a plaid shirt under the buckskin jacket. There was no identification found on her body. She was just a Jane Doe, a mystery left to be solved. Police fingerprinted the victim and circulated her description. They hoped someone would recognize her. Days turned into weeks, then months, then years. The Buckskin girl's identity remained a mystery. The case went cold. An autopsy revealed more about the young woman. She had been deceased for approximately 2 days before her body was discovered. The coroner determined the cause of death to be strangulation. The blunt force trauma had been a contributing factor. She had fought hard for her life. Despite the gruesome nature of the crime, there was a glimmer of hope. The victim had several unique features. She had a healed fracture of her left little finger. She also had a slight gap between her front teeth. These details, along with dental records and fingerprints, were entered into national databases. But still, no match came back. Years turned into decades and the case remained cold. Investigators never gave up hope. They revisited the evidence, chasing down every lead. They interviewed potential witnesses and followed up on countless tips. But the Buckskin girl's identity, and the identity of her killer, remained elusive. In 2016, the Miami County Sheriff's Office partnered with the DNA Doe Project. This organization uses genetic genealogy to identify John and Jane Does. They exhumed the Buckskin girl's body to obtain a new DNA sample. The sample was sent to a specialized lab for analysis. The lab compared the Buckskin girl's DNA to profiles in public genealogy databases. They searched for any distant relatives who might be a match. Finally, in 2018, they got a hit. The DNA analysis pointed to a family in Arkansas. Investigators tracked down distant relatives and built a family tree. Finally, they had a name: Marcia Lenore King. Marcia was originally from Arkansas. Her family had last seen her in 1981. She had told them she was traveling to Ohio with a group of carnival workers. She was never reported missing. Her family had no idea what had happened to her. They had searched for her for years, but to no avail. The identification of Marcia King was a major breakthrough. It finally gave a name and a face to the Buckskin girl. But it also raised more questions. Why was Marcia in Ohio? Who was she with? And most importantly, who killed her? The investigation into Marcia's murder is ongoing. Investigators are trying to track down anyone who might have known her in Ohio. They are also looking into the carnival worker angle. They hope that someone, somewhere, has information that can help them find Marcia's killer. The mystery of the Buckskin girl is a tragic reminder of the human cost of unsolved crimes. For 37 years, Marcia King was a Jane Doe, a nameless victim. Thanks to the tireless work of investigators and the advancements in DNA technology, she finally has her name back. Now the fight for justice continues.